Hey Gunfingers family, I'm here at Rampage Open Air with Josh from Modestep.
How's it going? My name's Josh and I'm from Modestep.
So you just played a classic set.
Classic set, yeah.
Let the bass cannon kick it.
I knew it was gonna be fun. I wasn't sure whether everyone would be behind it, but about 2 songs in I realized this was a good idea, and that's probably the most fun hour I've had. Definitely all year, maybe in the last 10 years, I don't know. That was
Really?
Yeah, that was like a career fucking highlight show right there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the audience, people screaming every single lyric or non-lyric to every song.
Yeah.
Really wonderful. Big fan. Yeah. So,
Yes.
why did you choose to do a classic set?
Why did I choose? Okay, so last year there was the silent disco, and Murdoch asked me to go and DJ late, and I was like, I've been working on a classic set. I played that classic set at silent disco, and I guess he was tuned into my channel, and I was like, I would love to do that on the big stage next year. And so let's make it happen. So I realized there isn't too many people playing that stuff anymore, and it's in my opinion, that's the fucking shit. People have been listening to dubstep since the start. Those are the tunes they all know. And yeah, I don't know, it's therapy session.
Yes, literally. I think it's so cool, especially at Rampage, so many people who have been appreciating this music for so long.
Yeah.
I think it really is impactful to be at, a classic set.
Yeah.
Just for me.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and even me as the performer, I haven't really stopped this year. I've been touring consistently, and I've been putting old tunes in my set, but mixing them with heavier stuff for the younger crowd. But on this one I was fuck it, no remixes, nothing. It's original versions with the original mix downs. Just see what the crowd does, and yeah, that just took me back in time. It was awesome. Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the tour actually.
Sure.
You're nearing the end of it, right?
So I just finished the US, the first part of the US tour last night. Out here on very little sleep, but it's fine, it's all good. This show is amazing, the whole tour was amazing. Again, just blew my expectations out of the water. Again, some career highlights, it's wild.
Okay, so you said that you were, mixing in a lot of the more classic songs. So how has that been with the American audience?
It's been great as long as you can keep the same sound going, and I adapted my set for how America likes their dubstep, I think. Not even just America, but just younger people, modern dubstep. Obviously you can't always assume that everyone's gonna want the old stuff, but yeah, it's a whole new generation and a whole new style of dubstep that I also appreciate and also like, so. Sorry, it's going off behind us right now. Cool to mix both, cool to do that. Both are fucking cool. That's my favorite because it just reminds me of fucking amazing times. Yeah.
So, it's been 10 years since you released Evolution Theory.
Fuck, it has, yeah. Just a bit over now, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So, is there a remix album of some kind? Or
there should be, really, shouldn't there? There should be, yeah.
That would be so cool.
There should be. I'm working on something, but I should have probably thought about it when the 9th anniversary came around. Yeah, and I just didn't. And I was like, oh shit, it's the 10th anniversary. And I know that the vinyls are really hard to come by. People are paying silly money for the vinyl. So I should probably do something about that. Yeah, no promises though, but I'll try. I just moved country at the moment, so yeah, I'm just taking 6 months to reacclimatize to living. Live back in the UK.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that.
Sure.
How was living in the US and then moving back?
It was cool to go out there and experience a whole different culture and a whole different scene and how a whole different business. Everything is so different out there. And then the pandemic hit and I was in Los Angeles away from my family and friends and stuff, so it was a little bit strange. And I think the moment things started opening up again, we did a couple of shows back in Europe and we're nah, this is where we gotta be.
Yeah.
This is where home is, and like I've made some amazing fucking memories out and some amazing friends. Like I just did this US tour, and like every single stop there's like a homie that picks me up, or like I've made friends all over America. I do love touring it, but I think just living certain things that you just like enjoy, that's home, you know? And yeah, I love London so much. Like cool music happening there that I miss as well. So yeah, just like to go back to the UK, be listening to what English people are listening to, and that's what I'm all about at the end of the day. And just had to remind myself, I think.
Could you say that moving back was sort of a, I guess, a part of you doing like the whole resurgence, everything?
No, you know what? I planned Resurgence like before I even decided to move home. Like I knew that's definitely the direction I wanted to take everything in. Yeah, no, we just decided like that overnight, basically. Nah, we're doing it. We're moving home. Let's check how much like moving home is. It's all right. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't regret it. I love London so much. It's yeah, it's the home of like modern music. Fucking love it.
Okay, so Resurgence tour.
Yeah.
Resurgence album?
Oh shit.
Question mark?
Yeah. I will return your question mark with another question mark. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But you can't copyright, it's my idea now.
Fine. But so I'm thinking like, would you do something that's more like...
You
like
tell me, what are we doing? What are we
can
doing?
I-
Yeah, give me
Can I
ideas,
use it?
please. Yeah, give me ideas.
So like, because I know like in the beginning you weren't, like your intention was not to be like a dubstep.
No, for sure, yeah, it was
So-
just like multi-genre bass music. And yeah, for sure, like I'm working on an album at the moment. I don't know what it's called. I know I've got about like 50 or 60 fucking unfinished things that are sat there, and none of it is like dubstep. It's all just like different stuff. And also another side project, but I can't really mention that. But there's a side project that's also gonna 2 albums. You'll get 2 albums from me like real soon. I promise it. I shouldn't really have ever said that. I promise at some point you'll get another album.
I feel like once you say the promise, then
Yeah,
that makes you...
but I didn't say how long, so
Okay, well,
yeah, it's gonna happen.
yeah. Okay.
And probably pretty soon. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff, and I got a lot of time to do it. So yeah, I'll make it happen.
Would you do like, since you're solo now, would
Yeah.
you do more bringing in people, like live instruments?
Yeah,
Or-
so for sure, like I'm definitely gonna like find more people for the band and keep the live shows going. I'm gonna like bring that in with the new record, so whoever I bring in will be on the record as well, and it just like naturally when we play it live, that'll be the people that we recorded and made whatever the record is gonna be. Yeah.
So like going forward with live shows, you do want like a proper live show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. If anything, like when we bring it back, it will be like bigger and more lively than it's ever been.
Livey.
Lively.
Oh,
Lively.
Okay.
Or Live E.
Yeah, that makes more sense, I guess. Yeah.
Live D.
Yes. Live C.
Yep. Or B or A. It's fine. Any of them.
Yeah.
Any of the lives.
During like your Disciple era, was it, I guess, like odd or discouraging or like anything like that if people only knew your newer stuff versus your older stuff? Like,
No,
how does that
like there was
feel?
definitely like some intention. I like there was an audience I wanted to show that like we can make stuff like that, you know. And I think it's more of a like generation gap more than anything else. No, I like the new fans, the old fans, like all the fans. Like the music I make it because I like it, not because of any other reason. But like I'll get into something and be like, oh, I have something to express here. This is what I want to make. You can never please everyone. Like there are people who want the hard stuff. There are people who want the older sounding stuff. And they're like, I think over the last few years trying to find a balance in the middle. But yeah, we have a new song coming out in like a couple weeks time, so you'll get to hear somewhat the new direction, I guess.
During the Disciple era, was it odd to like niche down into like just bass music?
Oh, I see what
or-
you're saying, like just making like modern sounding bass music.
Yeah.
No, like I said, like I enjoy it. I still play a bunch of those songs out when I DJ. I think like a lot of that music was like DJ focused. DJing, definitely you want to play things that feel like current, but I guess tonight kind of proved that a little bit wrong. So maybe tonight was like a big fucking change in how I'm gonna DJ from now on. who knows? This isn't the first time I've done this kind of classic thing, and it's worked every time I've done it, so who knows? Like, if enough people want me to, like, tonight was my favorite fucking type of DJing ever. I could do that all day long, no question. So if people want me to just do that, I'm cool as well. And plus, like, some more. The thing is, I like new music as well. That's the thing. When you've been making music for 10 years, there's people who like the new stuff, people who like the old stuff. I enjoy the old stuff because it makes me feel a certain way because I'm a certain age. But like, other people are other ages and they're just experiencing music, and that's like their entry to fucking music, and that's good as well. Like, there's no, it's impossible to win in this scenario. I just hope I get to do like all types of sets moving forward. Sometimes this set, sometimes the set I normally do. New music, old music, it's all fucking good music. Yay. There we go. We got it out of me.
I appreciate it. Like, because there's been a handful of classic sets at this Rampage.
Right, yeah, some people were telling me that Dr. P started playing some like older shit and fucking Rock Sonics. Like,
yes.
I didn't even know they were playing, and I played a Rock Sonics tune. It took me like fucking 3 days to find this tune because it was never really released.
Yeah.
Sick to see that they came back and played tunes like that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it's like, the coolest thing for me is seeing on the main stage, it packed out like as far as the main stage can be packed, full of people enjoying themselves to music from fucking 10 years ago that everybody deemed like old or fucking like not relevant, or like, you fucking tell me, was that relevant or not? I don't know, like, it seemed like people fucking enjoyed it, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, fingers crossed like more people take the leap on like the classics, and like don't forget the classics as well. Like, there are so many people who fucking put their like heart and soul and life into a whole fucking period of this music, and well, they don't get a look in anymore, like, just because it's not cool, they don't make the fucking headbanger shit.
Not cool.
But like, the fucking music is sick. Let's let them play the fucking music. You know what? Every drum and bass person that's old, they get to fucking play forever because it's like, yo, they're a like legendary act. But with dubstep, it doesn't feel that way. So we need to bring back more fucking like older legendary dubstep acts, because there are so many.
Yes.
Fucking, who wants to see a Trolley Snatcher set?
Oh, me, so bad. Agree, 100%.
Yeah, that's my opinion on that shit. Sorry, I've been blabbing on.
No, perfect, literally perfect.
Okay.
How does it feel to be a staple in electronic music
I can't
culture?
say any of that. I don't feel like I'm that way at all. Like, I have full imposter syndrome.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Like, I was raised on fucking soul music. I was raised on fucking Pink Floyd and Donny Hathaway. Like, electronic music to me, I guess like garage, I never even considered was electronic music. Or drum and bass, I never thought was like EDM or electronic music. I just thought those were like tunes. But I guess, yeah, I don't know, fuck knows. I just enjoy it. Like, I don't want to think about that. Just did a meet and greet, and there's just like an endless fucking line of people saying thank you and shit, and I'm just like, just enjoying it, I guess. Like,
You're important.
no, fucking
swear,
not.
I'm sorry.
No, nah, just like, nah, won't accept it. Like, no one is. Nah, no one is. We're all just like here making tunes, and fucking fuck you if you think you're more important than anyone else. There are people on the smaller stage who like are way sicker than loads of the people on the big stages. So fucking, yeah, I'm not important. Fuck me. Fuck all the other headliners. Everyone is sick. There is so much talent in this fucking festival. You can walk through here any stage at any point, and there's someone tearing it up better than the main stage all day long. So yeah, fuck me.
I guess less important, more like legendary, you know?
Yeah, but like, it's not even about that. It's like talent. There's just like a certain level of talent. There's loads of fucking talented people. And the cool thing about electronic music is like anyone with a laptop or a fucking computer can decide, yo, I'm gonna make music now. And they just start, and they like, you just randomly, some guy who never even fucking thought about music is making better music than fucking everyone. And yeah, I don't know what I'm fucking saying anymore. I'm just like I'm deliriously tired. Did I mention that at the start? I am tired as fuck.
No, I swear it makes sense, 100%. So I guess I say that you're a staple, mostly because a lot of people, like, you were the first,
Right.
you know, like.
But that's just how old they were, I guess. But I guess dubstep was like in its infancy, but like, I don't know, for example, every time I meet Rusko, and like Rusko's a fucking like friend, like he's someone who's not like a foreign acquaintance, you know what I mean? When I see him, it's like, yo, what's good? And like, even to me, it's like, yo, that's Rusko.
Yeah.
Like, there are people before me who fucking like, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
those guys are the fucking, half of the people I played tonight, anytime they're in a room, I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way, like, and there are levels to this. I'm sure there are people they feel that way about and they feel that way about, and like, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't see myself as anything other than just like an opener who has worked like hard and had a lucky timing with like where we started making music.
Yeah. Well, and I also think about like your, like the music videos. I guess all of the internet stuff. Iconic.
When we first started, like fucking YouTube, if you subscribe to somebody like and they put out a video, you got it in your inbox or like a notification. Like there was no algorithm or anything. That's like whatever you followed, you got notifications about those videos. And UKF, it was just like boom, through the fucking roof. Yeah, and like shooting those music videos, like some of the most fun I've ever had. Yeah.
And then I also think about like, for me, I'm a big fan. I don't know if that's clear or not, but well, yeah.
Yeah.
But like Mode Step Radio.
Oh my god.
Such a good idea.
Jesus. We're nearly there at 400. We've nearly got to 400 people locked in.
Especially
Before
with-
streaming was even really a thing,
Exactly.
Twitch was even a thing, like
Right.
Ustream, I don't know if you remember Ustream. You could only get like 50 viewers. And they were like, oh, let's start our own server. We had a server in my fucking apartment that was like, we had a maximum of about 120. And then within 1 week, that thing no longer worked. We had to hit up like UKF and be like, have you guys got servers we can use? Suddenly there's like 250,000 people fucking every week while I'm like sat in my pants fucking going, all right, out to John in fucking Leicester. What's good, mate? I want to bring that back though. That shit was so much fun.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
like with Resurgence, like
Yeah.
that would be so cool. And like, it was
Resurgence
really nice.
Radio.
Yes, exactly.
Resurgence Radio.
I think it's such a good idea, and like, especially streaming now is really like, you know,
All right.
blown up. So
All right, deal.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Resurgence Radio, it's happening.
Resurgence Radio on your dials. It's every Sunday night. No, wait, no, I can't. No, I don't come back every Sunday. It will be at some point, and I'll let you know. In the future, it will happen.
Exciting. Very exciting. Okay.
That's a good idea, to be honest.
Yeah. Right.
I've been thinking about it, and I've done some like streaming of making music, but yeah, I just need to get some CDJs, to be honest. That's what I need to. I don't own them, so I need to like buy a pair so I can just make it happen at home all the time.
Yeah. Fair.
Who's playing right now? Do we know who's playing? Oh, Sullivan King is playing right now.
Okay. I think this is gonna be my last
Oh
thing.
shit! All right.
And we sort of touched on it, but like,
Go on.
I'm curious because I talked to like a lot of European artists
Yes.
who are like, oh, America, like, it's so much better and it's so much cooler and everybody loves dubstep there and there's so much.
Everyone definitely loves modern dubstep there for sure. One thing I'll say is like the cool thing about Europe, like rave music has been a thing and embedded in our culture for such a long time. Like our parents, that's when rave culture started. So for us, there's like such a long history of songs and like references that only Europe gets. But like tonight, you can play out any one of those and the whole crowd knows every single little bit of it. You can drop like, I don't know, so many songs that like, you say the fucking first part, everyone in Europe knows the second part. And America, because it's such a young culture, they only know the more recent, maybe like the last 7 to 8 years worth of that culture. They're catching up, and the raves are getting bigger and badder, and they're different, but there's just something about Europe where like the older shit and the more like ravey shit, everyone seems to know it. So like, that's why I enjoy European shows, but then I also love the intensity of American. So it's not like either one's better, it's just different flavors of crowd. And yeah, just different. There's definitely like energies and vibes that I like in the States as well. And to be honest with you, some of the classic stuff has also been going down pretty well over there as well. So yeah, it's not as different as maybe it once was.
Like, as you said, they are catching up. I'm American, so it's hard, but I live here, so I'm like,
Where are you? Yeah, that's right. You have the accent. I didn't even like put 2 and 2 together because I literally am so fucking tired. Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
From Chi-Town, baby. Yo, we played North Coast. Do you remember North Coast Festival?
Yeah.
Were you there when we played that shit?
I've never been to North Coast.
Oh my god!
I would have loved it.
Yo, that was like 2012 or 13.
No shades of light to yesterday. The sunlight hurts my eyes. All together now. No shades of light to yesterday. The sunlight hurts my eyes.
That was so savage.
Yeah.
And it was before, again, like before rave culture or anything, so it was just like a metal show. That's what it felt like to me. It was like EDM. Like, there wasn't even EDM, that wasn't really a thing, that was like a term. It's like the EDM thing happened. But like, again, I like it, like the energy's there, and I enjoy the shows as well. How long have you been here?
Like 2.5 years.
Oh shit, so you've been here for a minute then.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Like, how'd you like it?
It's wonderful. It's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm such a big fan.
So what do you do out here that you can just, oh, that's so sick.
Just a lot of this.
That's so
Yeah.
sick. So like, yeah, you've done the opposite of what I did, like moving to America, and are you gonna stay here?
Yeah.
You're
I
staying in
totally
Europe?
plan on it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's so much better. Like everything.
What do you?
I ever
Okay, so
dreamed
what
of.
do you think's better? I'm interviewing you now.
Crowds?
The crowds. You prefer the crowds?
Oh well. Like yeah. What's the metric? I guess.
What's the metric? I don't know. Like, who have you seen in? Have you seen like in America? Who's like the biggest like electronic music person you would have seen playing out there?
Like Excision. I guess?
Excision,
Yeah.
right? So you've been to Excision shows.
Yeah.
So like, for you, what's the difference between an Excision show and Rampage opening?
I guess the.
Also, you were at
culture-
Rampage, like the one in March as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you know Rampage then. Okay,
yeah.
so just Rampage in general then.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the culture. Like you said, I think because this music has been like so normal for everyone like outside of the US pretty
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
that makes a big difference on how people treat it.
Or consume it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
more of like this is music I like and enjoy versus in the US it's more of like a subculture.
Fandom.
Like yeah,
Fandom.
exactly.
Someone's like, oh, I know that name, or I know those colors, or I know that like.
Yeah.
And it's more like more fandom than like actual appreciation. for
Yeah,
the-
exactly. And I prefer to be in a crowd and be singing and yelling with people and like, I don't know, versus like, yeah, in the US it's very, fandom really kind of sums it up, I
it's
guess.
good. It does. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's cool. We converted one. Way. Now, honestly, like I said, I lived there for 5 years. No complaints. The shows are also like like. Did you ever go to EDC or like any of the?
No EDC ever.
Like that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that shit's fucking wild, and like some of the most insane like fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I would go to an EDC
like that's
just
some
for that.
Disneyland level
Exactly.
shit. Like
and
while
it's
you're
huge. Like
huge.
Yeah.
Huge. I mean, it's not Glastonbury huge, but it's huge and dense, full of lights.
Yeah,
you know, like-
exactly. So I think it's really cool, but yeah, I never went. But like Lost Lands, I've been
Lo-
to a bunch of them.
You've been to Lost Lands. Oh, cool. So you've been to some extravagant fucking.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's extravagant as fuck. They like got fucking dinosaurs in the place. That's
Yeah,
extravagant. That's like a hardcore heavy dubstep fan base right
Yeah.
there. They just fucking love the like cutting edge sound design shit and like the ride or die fucking modern dubstep
Yeah.
fans right there. But I fuck with it as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's fun, it's funny, like it's niche, it's fun to observe as well. Like
It's not even that niche anymore. How many people are going
Well,
to these shows?
But that's the
Like,
thing, it's
not even that
America,
niche.
right? So it's like
Yeah,
that
something niche
amount
in
of people.
America
Yeah,
can be
exactly.
like very, very fucking popular in another country.
Right,
That's
yeah.
true. They got a lot of Americans in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ton. Well, that's when I talk to people and they're like, "Oh my God, there's so much dubstep in America." I'm like, "Yeah, but there's just a lot of people." So of
A
course,
lot of
like these
people.
events
Yeah,
are
you're kind of
humongous.
right. So like Europe's not small. We've got like a lot of people. We're doing our thing. But yeah, like I guess the difference is we're not one big country. But I guess like states kind of equate to like countries. So
Sort of, yeah.
yeah,
Ugh, I want more questions. This is fun.
that's
right?
been good. Has been very good. You can invent a question right now. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right, let me think of a question. What do you think it would take for drum and bass to make it in America?
Well, it's kind of growing a bit.
Growing, I agree.
Like it was
What
not
do you think?
there at all.
How
before,
do you?
know?
How have you seen it as an Americano yourself?
Well, you know, it's my situation's strange because I don't know. I was listening to this music alone in my bedroom, so and like it was a lot of your stuff and just UKF,
UKF
all of
gang,
it.
blue logo.
Yeah, exactly. Iconic. You know, I was listening to drum and bass, but I didn't understand that
Right,
it
you
was.
didn't know the difference.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I just liked it.
Yep.
And then I just didn't know anyone else that was listening to this music whatsoever.
So how did you find out about it? What was your fucking gateway drug?
Oh, you know
theory?
it's weird. Do you know like Kids React?
Yeah,
the
of
Fine
course.
Brothers?
Oh my god, wait.
No, oh my god. Jeez, this guy's good. Well, he's really good. He dances bad.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that lines up. That lines up.
Well, there was like Kids React to dubstep.
Yeah.
And it was Skrillex videos.
Right.
And that was like 2011.
20. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
that feels like it's early for those like.
I know, right?
React
I looked it
videos,
up the
yeah.
other day because I'm like, when did that happen?
Damn. Okay.
2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that checks out. Like YouTube stays current with things, so that makes sense.
Yeah. But
Interesting. So that's how what caught your.
Yeah. I was just a weird
cool, though.
internet kid.
That's cool
Doing weird internet
though.
stuff.
So you saw that, and then where'd you go from there?
Well, I just went on like the YouTube pipeline, you know? First it was
Suggest me
Skrillex, and
things.
then it was literally you after, like, so
That's so cool. That's so dope.
it's the internet's fault. When I started to know people who enjoyed this music, I don't know, nobody knew about drum and bass that I knew of, I don't know. And then I think around 2018 is kind of when people were like, oh, if you don't like drum and bass, you're not.
Oh, okay. So it's
you're
like
not
a.
cool.
But do they like drum and bass, or do they like say that they like drum and bass?
I don't know. It's so unclear. I have no idea.
Okay, I'll tell you. I played drum and bass for like the last 20 minutes of this whole tour in America, just to like ram it down people's throats, because I feel like I have a responsibility to do that at least.
Fair.
And I'll say like places that I didn't expect drum and bass to really bang, like Houston. Like it fucking went off in Houston. I was
Okay.
like, all right. Denver, obviously, fucking went off. So like, yeah, like I feel like the culture's catching up, but I would love to see this lineup, exactly what happened here, happen in America. That'd be interesting, right?
I think there's people who want it for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Mackie G on the Lost Lands lineup this year.
Right?
You know, so
And the last year.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I see it. People want it. It's happening slowly.
Yeah,
But
it
it's
is slowly happening. We will make you like drum and bass when it's the last fucking thing we do.
Convert them. Okay.
All right.
I want more, but yeah.
I think
don't
it's
have
time,
more.
right?
Yeah. And
Time
it's
we
chilly.
call it. It's getting cold, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wait, actually, can you give me like gun fingers in the camera?
All right.
Yeah. Beep, 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 pew, 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 pew. Perfect. That's amazing. Okay, cool.